Next speaker, graduate student Donald Bessem.
How we doing, Long Beach? All right, so my name's Donnie Bessem. I'm a graduate assistant here on campus. I'm also a member of the Academic Student Employee Union, representing over 6,000 GAs, TAs, and tutors on 23 CSU campuses. I am here like the rest of you to stand up for public higher education. We cannot allow tuition to keep increasing. We cannot allow faculty and staff to be fired. We cannot allow the future of the CSU, which was designed to provide affordable and accessible education for all Californians, to rest in the hands of Chancellor Reed, to rest in the hands of those state legislators who would rather see this great public institution become more and more like a private university. I will not stand by while my teachers are afraid to speak up. I will not stand by as my students beg me for help. I have everything to lose by making this speech today. I have no tenure. I don't care. We're going to make demands, okay? We're going to become citizens, and it's going to be fun. I'm a straight-A student and a member of 2 National Honor Society. I have $70,000 in debt, and if these cuts go through, I will not be able to afford the 3 units I need to graduate next semester. I will not be able to afford to come back to teach my students about civil rights. I will not be able to tell my teachers I am here for them. But luckily today, I risk everything. I realize that there is no turning back. I realize that I would rather risk everything when I get emails from students telling me they are scared. I'm looking at you, teachers. Don't be afraid to stand up. You're not going to get fired if we're behind you. We can't get fired. We're students. We're here, okay? And I promise you, we will always link arms with you in doorways. By the way, the reason why our Board of Trustees and our presidents will not be able to speak at our rallies today is because they're holding an emergency meeting in Golden Shores because they are scared about what is happening. They are scared that groups are coming together. But when students are surrounded by fear, we become fearless. We will not be silent. Instead, we will prepare ourselves for the longest, hardest fight you could ever imagine, building a civil rights movement of the 21st century. In order to protect the future of our education system, we will meet new people today and chart a new course for our future. While the mainstream media bombards American audiences with depressing images and stereotypes to divide us, Cal State Long Beach tells us a different story, one of solidarity and community. For it is at CSULB where students campaign to defeat Prop 23 and the oil companies and win. It is here where students from all races and all backgrounds travel to New Orleans to build homes on their spring breaks. It is in Long Beach, the most culturally diverse city in the world, where people come together and continue to fight, where church coalitions link up with unions to fight for working class and middle class families. It is here where students create visions of the future and risk everything. So I thank you, Chancellor Reed, for being so naive. I thank those state legislatures for thinking teachers and students would remain silent. I thank those who continue to take from us. For the harder you hit us, the louder we get. This is what it has come to. And for those of you who think you can stop us, thank you for being so naive. For we cannot wait to crush you. Not with violence or hatred, but with peaceful and civil disobedience. Now the cops are kind of scared today, so they locked down Brotman Hall. You can't get in. You can't pass in any papers today. But that's okay, because the students realize we're not going to telegraph our movement. We will lock down buildings like the civil rights movement of the 1960s. You will not be ready. I will stand by with my students to lock those buildings down. I will get arrested for education. Some of you ask, but what can I do? I don't want to get arrested.
You want it right and trash the place?
I would die for education.
All right.
Hey, man,
So here's some things you can do. You can sign a legislative letter. You can call Chancellor Reed. You can call your representatives and tell them, I am fighting for my education, and if you do not, I will vote you out. You can democratize your school through student government. You can pass resolutions to fight for transparency on our campus and not wait for the state legislature. You can pass for resolutions to fight for student representation. You can revive street theater to expose injustices. You can paint murals depicting our struggle. You can fight for future generations. Today I risk everything for my beautiful nieces and nephews, Kylie, Cameron, Sarah, and Julian, and Rye. I love you, and I will never stop fighting for you. I promise.